Imagine surviving hell on Earth, then imagine reliving it again just 3 days later. Today we take you on an incredible yet true journey through the story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the only man officially recognized to have faced the nuclear apocalypse of 1945 twice. His is not only a story of incredible fortune but a testament to human resilience and the power of hope, one that makes us reflect deeply on the cost of war and the imperative of peace. Prepare to discover a testimony that will leave you breathless, a story that few can truly understand. It's August 6, 1945, in Hiroshima. Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a brilliant young naval engineer for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, is there on a business trip like so many other days. The air is hot, the atmosphere tense due to the war that has been raging for years, but the city's routine continues. The morning had started like any other, with work commitments keeping him away from his family in Nagasaki. As he prepares to leave the city to return home, he heads towards the port, his mind already set on reuniting with his loved ones. It's about 8:15. The sky is clear and serene, then suddenly, without warning, a flash, a blinding white flash so intense it outshines the sun, tearing apart the sky and the very soul of the world. Yamaguchi is less than 3 kilometers from the epicenter. The force of the explosion throws him into the air, an invisible but devastating shockwave engulfing him like a toy. His skin is instantly burned, his eardrums punctured, and for a moment darkness, a darkness that feels like impending death. When his eyes can perceive anything again, it is a hellish landscape. Buildings reduced to dust and rubble, a mushroom cloud rising menacingly into the sky. The cries of the wounded mingling with the roar of the flames, beginning to devour everything. Tsutomu, although seriously injured, with third-degree burns on his arms and face, manages to drag himself out of the chaos. The city is a burning cemetery. People wander like ghosts, mutilated, burned, desperate. The stench of burning flesh and destruction is unbearable. For an engineer accustomed to precision, that disorder, that inexplicable brutality, is beyond comprehension. His only obsession is to reach his family, to return to Nagasaki. He doesn't know how, but he knows he has to do it. Despite the excruciating pain and confusion, Tsutomu finds shelter for the night and, with superhuman determination, boards a train to Nagasaki the next day. The journey is an ordeal, a physical and mental agony. His wounded eyes struggle to see, his mouth is dry, but the image of his wife and son gives him the strength to continue. Finally, on August 8th, he arrives home. A sigh of relief, a hug from his family who had managed to escape the initial disaster. He recounts the horror to his loved ones, his colleagues. His voice is a hoarse whisper, his words struggling to come out, but the story is so absurd it almost seems like feverish delirium. I saw a flash, then an explosion, the city disappeared, he says. His colleagues look at him with a mixture of pity and skepticism. How can a single bomb destroy an entire city? It sounds like science fiction, a feverish nightmare. It's the morning of August 9th. Tsutomu is in the Mitsubishi office in Nagasaki. He's there to recount his experience to his superiors once again, trying to explain the unspeakable. His face is bandaged, the wounds burn, but his mind is clear as he tries to convey the gravity of what he has experienced. As he's describing that blinding flash, almost by a macabre twist of fate, it happens again. Another flash. This time, Tsutomu is further away, about 3 kilometers from the epicenter, but the Fat Man atomic bomb hits Nagasaki with unprecedented violence. The wall of the room he's in collapses, the windows explode. The shockwave knocks him to the ground, but incredibly, his body is somehow protected, perhaps by the walls of the building surrounding him. He gets up, once again wounded but alive. The air is thick with dust and smoke, the noise is deafening. His first, only desperate fear is for his family. He runs with all his remaining strength through the streets of a Nagasaki that now bears a chilling resemblance to Hiroshima. Miraculously, his wife and son survived this second catastrophe as well, finding shelter in a tunnel. They had suffered only minor injuries, another miracle in the midst of hell. Tsutomu Yamaguchi had survived twice. Twice the nuclear holocaust, 3 days apart. The following years were difficult, marked by health problems, radiation, and the burden of those memories. For decades, Tsutomu Yamaguchi chose silence. The world was not yet ready to hear such terrible stories, and perhaps it was not ready to relive them either. But over time, his awareness that no one should ever have to go through what he had experienced grew. He became a fervent advocate for nuclear disarmament, a hibakusha, an atomic bomb survivor with a unique and powerful story. His testimony, his voice resonated with a gravity that few could match. It was only in 2009 that the Japanese government officially recognized him as the only double hibakusha, an accolade that underlined the exceptional nature of his history. As Tomu Yamaguchi lived to the age of 93, passing away in 2010, His life, marked by such a horrific beginning and middle, ended with a message of peace, hope, and warning. He taught us that life is precious, that war is madness, and that the memory of what happened must serve as an eternal warning. His story is not just a tale of survival, but a moving cry for a world without nuclear weapons, a cry that still resonates today.